Chapter 6. Choose your platform. So you are got a killer product or service and content. Now you are going to deliver your message by a blog. In the online world, you have got three formats to choose from. Through some people might to do combination video, audio or written word. There is a ton of information already out there detailing the minutes of how to use all these platforms rather than waste your time here repeating that's already been said. I have recommended in this chapter some of the best resources available. I would much rather make sure you understand the global implementation of these platforms. That said, the next three chapters offer journal description and explanation of all the building blocks you will need to build a successful business through social media. In chapter 10, you will find an in-depth example of personal brand building that incorporate just about every concept and technique we discuss. This step in building your business is once again all about working with your DNA. To my mind, the most effective content medium is video, and that's the one I prefer to focus on. It's just easier to grab people's attention and draw them in, especially a public who reads less and less. I also think letting people see you is a major plus. When you are trying to sell a personal brand, don't think any subject is off limit for a video blog. If your passion is sales, do not show about sales. Can you imagine Sam and salesman who picks a new selling opportunity every day? On Monday, he sells flour. On Tuesday, he heads to the flea market and so on throughout the week. Or maybe he takes a new job and chlorines. He rises to salesman of the year. If you are the accountant, you can still put out a video. I sure as hell don't want to read accounting materials, but I will watch a video if you were good enough to make something like balance sheet or operating profit interesting, and you infuse your show with personality and everything that makes you unique. Do that and every audience will find you, I guarantee it. I use video because I love to talk. I have got a big personality and that medium is the most fun for me. But again, do not compromise your DNA. If you are self-conscious in front of camera but have load of personality plus compelling voice, don't force yourself to do a video blog. Do an audio podcast. Think about it. It's not just the car bluff who listen to car talks, click and crack, who have weekly radio show, who also a podcast on NPR. They are so funny, charismatic and knowledgeable. They could talk in those Boston accent about nothing but carburetors all day long and keep people's attention. Do the same thing for photography or coffee or soap or scuba diving. If you have a sickly voice or you are shy but a brilliant writer, obviously a writing blog is the perfect medium for you. By now, there are plenty of success stories about people who monetize their awesome blogs. Why can't that be you? That's our other advantage to blogs. They increase the ability to people to find the thought internet research because their content changes and expanded daily. Not so with the website. Publishing a web page can vary or labor intensive and even require learning new software, but a parrot can put up a blog page. It's customizable and it's free. What more you do want? Even if you already have an e-commerce website on your focus is business to business, you need to start a blog. Through once you see how simple it is to do, you may ditch your website altogether. Think of it way: your website for communicating, logistic, and facilitating sales. Your blog is for communicating and essence of your brand. It allows you to expand on your topic in ways and static website simply can't. For example, if you are a software company and your website will explain what product and services you provide, but on your audio podcast you can discuss your thought and current software trends, or you can interview company leaders who use your podcast or even some who don't, to explore the topic more fully, giving people interested in software the opportunity to get to know you as living, thinking, interesting human being and who happen to know everything they want to know about software, will make them and much more likely to want to do business with you. Your blog will be your main home. Your central location will be no exception, open door policy, where everyone can find you. It also serves as storage as all the content you will create, essentially building an archive where people can see how you and your business have evolved and expanded. It is the place where you can talk as loud and the long and often the depth as you want. To keep people coming to this home, you need to be constantly reaching out and interacting with the online community of people interested in your passion who are also in the potential constituents. To do that, you will need to step up of the many online platforms where you will use the bulk of your marketing and social networking. The must-haves. In December 2008, I spent $7,500 to offer free shipping codes for winelibrary.com. Y3 marketing advertising channel. I perfectly placed billboard on the New Jersey Turnpike, direct mail and radio. Billboard brought in the 170 order. The radio campaign did about $240. Through direct mail, we got a little over 300. I tweeted out for free a free shipping code and got $1,700 for 48 hours. What this and codes should prove to you and the platform are everything, and that are the old ones are softening. If they don't adjust soon, they will be gone at the best event. As it is, these traditional platforms should be the only biggest of companies who can afford the sales. Television, newspaper and radio used to be the global platforms. Through these channels, companies and few lucky connected individuals could distribute their content to the world within a few days. Now, through all those platforms have been overshadowed by the biggest global platform ever, the internet. Within this global platform are social marketing sub-platforms. Are these also tools you are going to use to distribute your killer content and your personal brand to the masses? Not in days, but in seconds. The difference between promoting your brand by traditional marketing and advertising mediums and doing it by social networking platforms is like the difference between the sending a message by Pony Express and chatting on instant messenger. Sure, you could use the former, but there's a good chance to replicant will have moved on the forgotten about you by the time and the message arrives at its destination. We have bothering on social media platform overload. There are 50 or 60 platforms that the people are currently using to distribute business content, and by the time this book comes out there will be more, but there are only a few major players will which you need to familiarize yourself. Some have funny names, but otherwise they are no different from the hammers and buckets of paint and fax machines and telephones that are the people have used the generation to build business and spread the word about they have to offer. The rest of the chapter offers an overviews the leading social media platforms and the top optimal ways to use them. Now we will talk about some WordPress and Tumblr. All other platforms lead to this one. Your home, your destination, your blog. WordPress and Tumblr are the best and the most popular blogging platforms currently available. They are the other, of course, Blogger and especially 6 apart products are good, and there are smoke at 6 apart. So by the time to BooK comes out, they may be in the game. But there are two that I have used and liked. WordPress is the established leader, which is the most and the user. It is designed a little busy. It requires a few more steps to get your content up and shared, but it's not difficult to learn. With some practice, in fact, there are some really interesting options available to skilled users. Although, to my mind, there is no reason to bother becoming that skilled. On the nicest feature is an excellent and easy archive system that search capabilities so people can find anything you have ever posted, and WordPress also for some sophisticated customization to your page. I am a big fan of the themes too. These are the designs options that you get to choose from when you create your page, and I think they are really elegant. Tumblr, on the other hand, it is very simply designing site that are surprisingly to use. You can post a video and photos on WordPress, but Tumblr directs you on the template designed specifically for the kind of content you wish to create. Whether text, photos, links, video, or music, hit create post and you are good to go. It's little bit non-fact too, and Tumblr is the only blogging platform that will host your domain name for free, which can save you hundreds of dollars a year. What that means? That is, you can identify yourself at the sally-designer.com. You have to buy your name for godaddy.com first instead of sally-designer.tumblr.com. You have to option on WordPress too, sally-designer.com or sally-designer.wordpress.com. But if you forgo the company name, if you have to pay hosting fees. Another advantage to Tumblr is to reblog function. On WordPress, you have to write a new post about a story you read in order to tell others about it. When account users see somebody post something that is like on Tumblr, they can hit a button on the story that saying reblog, which allows them to tumble it. With that, they are using your blogs to extend some else's story. That is exactly the kind of 2.0 word with mouth you want to inspire your audience so that they will do the same for you. While using the platform, the most important thing is consider the user interface of your blog. Consider the following buttons and the displays your storefront. They are what will turn one visit into repeat business. Call to action button, share functions, and many more. Now Facebook. You have sure heard about Facebook. In the past 5 years, it's become the fastest growing social networking site in the world, attracting everyone from the parties keeping tabs on the next party to the grandmas recruiting with their Girl Scout troops. From Facebook, you can share photographs, articles, videos, as well as information about what you have traveled, and what music you have listening to, however much of your private life and want to people to know in an easy fun platform. Yet it is also provides you to place from which you can talk about your business. First, your normal profile, which might also tell people that you are a member of the group counseling for entrepreneur and many more. That's also took a personal quiz relating and the more character you are resembling Chubacha, and you are looking forward to hearing Bruce in concert tomorrow night. And second, a fan page. How simple is it? If you are in commerce, if you are reading this book, you have to have a Facebook page, Facebook fan page. Why? When your user profile can offer the exact same information because your profile only have 5000 friend limit. So if you are like me to trying to build brand equality, you don't want to have to turn down these 19,000 pending friend requests, which would be a bad business and also make you look like a jerk. Whoever heard a business with a 5000 customer limit? Your fan page also allows to email everyone in one shot and allows people to interact with your page. If they join your page or post anything on it, it shows up on the newsfeed. Gary Vaynerchuk is a fan of Carpenter Bob, just like this, and my friend C, which can lead to curiosity, which can lead to a visit to Carpenter Bob's page, where they can see business related status update, photos of his craft memberships, and links to his blog, and they can watch a video of him working while he tells how he came up with the newest design with the 3-leg dining room table, which leads to the opportunity to make the sales. Eventually, the director of the American Society of the Furniture Designers might visit Carpenter's Bob's blog and invited him to speak at the group of next conference. Then 12 magazine calls, then the Bob Snows and earning money building and the tables. You also hear about Twitter. By the time you read this, Twitter will have become the main word people will tweet, just like everyone Google and Xeroxes and Facebook. You use Twitter to put out content, albeit bite-size 140 character max, and follow other people bite-size content. Some of you also know about Flickr, YouTube, and Bladder, Ustream.tv, word of mouth power. And we will know about some YouTube and or Widler. These are the both video platform that I used to like. YouTube is like the ocean, it's huge. You go out in it and you can come home with the boatload of fish. But if you are also competing against millions of fishermen, Widler is much smaller, which allows you to see and seen with the greater else. It also allows you to brand your player so that anyone who watches the video see only your logo at the bottom, which I think has value. If you use YouTube logo appears at the bottom of all their videos. Widler also allows you to tag your video, which means you can mark important movements for your viewers by placing a little dot with the video stream links to key word, allowing for easier research should someone want to see a particular part of the video without sitting the whole thing. For example, if I do a 90-minute wine show and am discussing 3 vines and you are only interested in the third vines, then you can straight to the segment and the video, because I am marked with the video stream. That's the review of each wine belongs. Now the words of mouth power moves. There are few additional tools that can add a real boost to your word of mouth potential, just as it would be a shame to decide the Chardonnay is your favorite wine when you have hardly tried to other variantial. You should try to every platform to see which one would best for you. Now, when I was just trying to get started, Charismont, my camera guy, has to spend hour every night individually uploading the blog into every single platform that using. Luckily, there are now 2 sites that are going to make life a lot easier for you. Ping.fm is a service that allows you to post a limited amount of text, such as status update, one time, then automatically distribute the update of over 30 social networking sites, including Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, Flickr, WordPress, JQ, FriendFeed, MySpace, Dell.icio.us. Currently, the service doesn't allow to the video, but according to site, the captcha visibility is coming soon. So thank you for now, and we will see you in next video. Hope you enjoy it. Do subscribe button and get enjoy. Stay cool, stay happy.